Hey all, BazDelicX here. Today we're gonna look at some opinion, and this is opinion, and no plans, no nothing, just opinion. Because I feel like opinion is a very important piece of knowledge. And the bit of opinion we're going to be discussing today is my top 13 most wanted trains and world routes. Why 13, you may ask? Because during the Last Supper, Jesus sat at a table with 13 people. That's the reason why it's 13. Right, so first route, number 13. Karlsruhe, Strasbourg, Offenburg. Uh, a port of an adaptation of a train sim classic route. As you can see here, you have Offenburg, Strasbourg. Uh, then they join together and go all the way to Karlsruhe, with the line splitting in half into near Karlsruhe. Now this would have the TGV 2 and 2 Euroduplex for the international services to Karlsruhe, BR146 Dostos, and the 0HC to cover the regional trains. And then as layers you could have basically any IC train, it'll just go there. And of course a lot of freight. Next route is Frankfurt Fulda, with underground S-Bahn lines and loop via Frankfurt East. Uh, because Frankfurt Fulda, the route we have in game, has so much tracks laid down, but the scenery is unfinished, I think releasing an expansion pack for routes would be pretty good, because then it'll give us the full picture. So this route will have the BR1440 Stadler, no, Alstom Karatija Continental, the BR423, BR430, BR411, 415, because I'd say it wouldn't be that hard to make a 415 out of a 411, a proper 415, because often 411s and 415s are used to form shorter formations. The BR4, 114, 146, and Dostos could just be reused for gold route. This could be sold as an expansion pack or something. So we have underground tunnel section here for the S-Bahn, then another S-Bahn bit under Offenbach, and then we have a loop via Frankfurt East and into Hanau. This could diversify the Frankfurt area and make some fun gameplay. Next is another route expansion, Dortmund, Bochum, Duisburg, Düsseldorf. It could include the with a, oh, that's a typo, with a BR422 for the S-Bahn, but the 0HC Rhine-Ruhr Express, BR1440, and for the ICE services, the BR407. This is just an expansion of the existing Bochum-Duisburg route, except so we have Düsseldorf to Duisburg via the high-speed line, with a little branch to Düsseldorf-Flughafen for the S-Bahn trains. Then we also have a branch to Oberhausen. I think that'll be generally good because some trains do divert to Oberhausen. And then near Dortmund there's a split for, I'm pretty sure, the S-Bahn lines. Also this little stub could be included theoretically. That might be a little bit too much. Next, Würzburg, Gemünden, Aschaffenburg, Hanau. Again, expansion of the Gemünden Aschaffenburg route we have already. It could include again the BR1440, BR146 plus Dostos, the BR185, and the BR412 for freight traffic that exists, for the IC trains that go there. The section from the high-speed section into Würzburg, from Lohr to Würzburg, could be just reused from Castle Würzburg, and then just the conventional line will have to be modeled. This could make for a fun route with diverse gameplay. Next is Cologne Koblenz. with the 0HC and the 0ML. This line is dominated by these two trains, and then just a bunch of IC, and freight layered in. Starting at Köln, Hauptbahnhof, then Bonn, and then ending in Koblenz. So that could be very fun commuter routes with a lot of intercity and IC action. Next is Berlin-Leipzig. Now this route is a bit long, so might not be implemented completely, but it's pretty interesting route because very long, kind of fast stretches of line, and we already have Leipzig to Bitterfield already complete, so that's we already have going bad for us. It could include the BR403 bus with an analog speedometer and display, and the BR147 plus Dostos with high entry, because you know, high entry, that matters. Next, Berlin to Frankfurt Oder, another Berlin route. Lots of opportunity in Berlin, so we could have ODEG, the 0HCs running this, and then also BR182 plus Dostos. So this could be in a kind of transitional period when we're switching from BR182s plus Dostos, those two kind of the 0HCs. As I know now, I'm pretty sure this line is mostly the 0HCs and no more Dostos on it. I could be wrong, but it would be nice to have alternatives, forms of traction here. And then just a bunch of layers again. In fact, for most of these routes, you could just put a bunch of IC, and freight layers, because they're all main lines, which are pretty heavily used. Next is Hamburg-Welsen. We can have a metronome 146.1, so a tracks 1, not tracks 2, plus Dostos. This could be interesting, kind of regional traffic with Dostos and a new operator metronome, and the IC2BR402. That could be pretty great, because the 402 is honestly one of my favorites IC trains, and they should implement it to Trains the World before it goes, because it is on its way out. So they better hurry. In general, the Hamburg-Hanover line is pretty busy and just an interesting line that I could see myself having a lot of fun driving. The full route would be very ambitious, although they did make it in Train Sim Classic. It's a chore to get through the whole route. It's very long. I did it twice. I don't regret anything. Next, Dresden Airport to Dechern. You might ask me, why Dresden Airport? Why such a random start location? This could be answered because we already have in the Dresden-Riesa route, we already have kind of branch to the airport half made. It's just that it's not finished. They could finish it because it's already mostly there, then just include it, and then we'll have a full S2 line running to Pirna, and we have a S1 all the way to Bad Schandau and Schöne, and then the Skoda 7 EVs will take over to Dechern. Border crossing routes are always fun, especially when there's a voltage change involved. Now, Würzburg-Nuremberg, I mean, it's a pretty substantial route in the German kind of network, because a lot of the trains going north from München pass through this route. It's decently fast. It's giving me similar vibes to Frankfurt-Fulda, because it has like a fast section and then a lot of kind of winding sections. You could have a IC4 definitely here. This will be a great route for IC4. The BR440, which runs from Würzburg to Nuremberg regional express, and then for the S-Bahn Nuremberg, which runs to Fürth, I'm pretty sure. could be wrong. We can have a Talent 2 running the S-Bahn Nuremberg trains. Now, number 2, in top 2, is a Riedbahn Frankfurt-Mannheim. This is just a great route because very busy, offers lots of variety. So starting in Frankfurt with a little detour to the airport and ending in Mannheim, this could be perfect for a lot of IC action. Again, the IC4 would fit perfectly here, but in reality almost any IC train would fit here. I would suggest the IC4 because that's what you generally tend to see there most, although the 407 or the 408 could fit there pretty well, and we wouldn't just want to be reusing over stock. You could have the 446, which is a double-decker train, the Dosto, but a multiple unit, powered by itself, and then the BR425 to fill in S-Bahn Rhein-Neckar services, and just other miscellaneous things. Now, this is a pretty popular route, and I am a victim to, you know, having this as my number 1 requested route. It's a bit long, but I think it's worth it. Köln-Frankfurt. It could be an absolutely amazing route. 300 kilometers per hour in Germany. Amazing. So starting at Frankfurt Flughafen, then passing Montabaur, Limburg, whatever, then Siegburg, going along with conventional lines. We could have Leerdam S-Bahn action there. This could just be very fun and interesting. This route could come with a BR407 or 408. They're pretty interchangeable because in this case. And then come with a BR403 with again an analog display. That's just a me thing. That's just something I want. Now I have a feeling we skipped over something. 1 second. Oh yes, we did. 1 moment. Right. So the route that I missed out is, let's say, honorable mention, Dresden, Riesa, Leipzig. Again, extension of an existing route. So we already have Dresden, Riesa, but the TSC version opened my eyes because it goes all the way to Leipzig. And I feel that's something we are missing out a lot. Would be nice to have a full RE50, Dresden, Leipzig. But, well, but not only do I suggest we have the line going to Leipzig from Riesa, but I also suggest we add the little diversion here, because we have the services from Grossenheim, but then they just kind of awkwardly cut off, and that's not very cool, is it? So I suggest we just fill this line in, and for more diversity, because I think diversity is important. And this could be an interesting route, fill in a major part of a net. We're gonna get Leipzig. That was fun. Unfair that we only got it once. Anyway, thank you for watching. Now comment, please, what route would you like to see? And if I made any mistakes regarding, you know, what trains run where. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please. Goodbye.